Can't believe you liked this movie and you picked it out. I'm kidding, folks. I picked it out.
Oh my gosh.
I picked it out. It's my fault.
Oh, gee.
Okay, in Black History Month, well, you know how you said you can't spell Black History Month without Wayne's Brothers? You also can't spell Black History Month without a rap movie, or a movie by a rapper. In this case, Curtis Fiddy, Fiddy, sent Jackson. I've seen Get Rich or Die Trying, but I remember nothing about it, and I have seen All Things Fall Apart, but again, I don't remember anything about it. So, this, I think, was his first movie under his Cheetah Vision brand, and this was the movie.
And hopefully he won't do any more.
Oh no, he did like 9. He starred in like 9 of the films.
You can't even follow it because it does a scene, then it goes black. Does another scene in a whole different area, black. It doesn't flow. I mean, it's like if somebody was to take a photograph of scenes.
It feels okay. No, that makes too much sense. It feels like it was a TV move. Like this movie.
Oh, it was
aired.
A commercial every time it went black.
Yeah,
that would be every 3 to 5 minutes.
It was, but you know how that happens on like sitcoms and like movies that air on TV, where they'll do like a fade to black and then the commercials and then it'll come back. It feels like that. It feels like if, I don't know, if HBO started adding commercials, this is how it would have looked, and then you recorded it and you took out the commercials.
But
this
still doesn't flow. They're at school, and then the next he's someplace else, and then he's someplace else. And
to quote a fellow critic who reviewed a 50 Cent movie, you ever think they added the narration to cut over the chunks they cut out of this movie?
I don't know.
And
all it was a lot of
swearing.
No,
swearing,
not so much.
shooting, mumbling.
Yeah, you couldn't understand a lot of it, even when you turn the volume up. And
I'm going to sound extremely rude. 50 Cent.
Stop making movies.
It's tough to understand.
Pronounce the words.
That sounds right, man. You know what I'm saying?
This is good for you. You want to take my movie?
But at the same time, smiling like. Spill said it's like, are you trying to do a ventriloquism act? So, yeah, this is a movie he wrote, produced, directed, and stars in. And from what I can gather, it's maybe a little bit based on his life. A little bit. Because...
Why, his mom got shot?
Yeah, his mom got shot when he was 8 years old.
So he was older in this movie.
Even though his
brother was about 13.
His brother was about 13, and he looked like he was about 30.
Yeah. Well, old enough to get a job, so he was maybe 18, 20.
Is that normal? To have like a 6-year gap between kids?
It depends. His father left, but maybe the boy was a different father or something.
No, they don't say stepbrother.
True.
So, basically, he's working at a grocery store, but after his mom dies, he's heartbroken about it, understandably. I guess this world doesn't have grieving time for employees, which is kind of, I don't know, wrong in my opinion.
Most places do.
But not in this universe. So he gets fired. then
Because he was stealing a box of cookies for his son.
it
for
looked
his
like he was
brother.
stealing a can of something.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, what is he stealing? Chef Boyardee?
But still, it's stealing. He could have just taken it out of his paycheck.
Or, I don't know, wait until the store's closed?
He'd still be on camera.
Or at the very least, steal something from clearance, I guess. Like, usually stuff that's about to expire, they give it to employees, like, cheap, I think.
No, they tried to sell it cheap first.
I'm basing it on an episode of Sister Sister.
Because TV gets it right.
Oh, I forgot to mention, his little brother's name is Shaka.
Yes. Very intelligent little boy.
Either, is that I don't know if that's a reference to Shaka Khan or Shaka Zulu.
Shaka Khan was a female, wasn't it? Or was that a band? I think it was a female. Shaka Khan was a black female singer, I thought.
Maybe it could be unisex, like Taylor. Or Joe. Or Bobby. There's another, and then, and he plays Clarence?
And that could be female or male, couldn't it?
How many women do you know of named Clarence? I know Clarence Thomas. Clara. Yeah, Clarence
yeah, I guess
Thomas.
Clarence, yeah, I guess maybe.
So, yeah. So, without money, he kind of becomes like a murder for hire person.
Well, first he doesn't do it for hire. He goes and gets the guy that shot his mom.
Yeah.
And then he was working for the insurance man.
And
where did he get all his money from to pay him?
I don't know. Drugs, maybe? I don't know.
Or maybe he's
sorry if that's inappropriate.
Maybe he's having people taken out that somebody is paying him.
Or maybe
so he's making like 100 and then he pays 25 to Clarence.
Maybe they're people that have taken life insurance policies out.
But he doesn't get the money.
No, but the people, the spouses, they then like get a chunk of money and then they pay him and then he pays Clarence. Maybe.
Why, to take out their spouse?
I don't know. Maybe that's another part that was in the original cut that got cut out.
Because it didn't make sense.
And what's weird is that I don't know, maybe... Yeah, we're not talking much about the plot, but honestly, you can pretty much guess the plot.
Well, what it is...
There's even a
his mom... No, stop. His mom gets shot outside a convenience store, a grocery store, a bodega, or whatever. So then he's kind of upset about it. Then he finds out from a friend who shot him. So then he goes and shoots him. He said he couldn't pay the rent, but he could buy a gun. So then, then he goes to see the guy that guy he shot works for, the insurance man, and then he puts him for hire, and he gets like 25,000 every.
Body, I guess.
Yeah, killing he does. So and then his son or his brother is really smart, so he goes from like
Ted Williams Jr.
So he goes from like maybe 4th, 5th grade to high school, and then he has offers from MIT, Harvard, and Yale.
Didn't they also say Princeton?
And Princeton, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
And then non-Ivy League schools also with the full 4-year scholarship. So then he meets a girl at
Princess?
No, before Princess. The pool hall.
She looked beautiful.
So well she went back in to make a move on him. And then he met Princess. And then Princess put the move on him.
Who names her kid Princess?
A lot of people. And then she put the move on him, and he bought her a necklace, a diamond necklace. And then her... I
want to name my son Pauper. Why not? Why not? It makes just as much sense.
No.
Okay, there's a few things in this movie that are similar to another 50 Cent movie that I saw a review of called Setup. First is 50 Cent wearing a cross necklace.
Like what he wore here?
Yes, hence why I said there's things that I've seen in other
But you
movies.
know what? The thing of it is with him shooting all these people and wearing that cross, all they had to do was look for a kid with the cross. They would eventually find them. Yeah, young man.
Then there was another part where.
But that girl, what she did to him. Oh my God. She set him up.
Oh, you're talking about the ending?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna also kind of talk about the ending. Spoiler alert, 50 Cent gets shot. I know, you've only heard that 9 times before.
Ooh,
Which happened in which also happened in Setup. Another movie that he produced, or yeah, was the producer of. And in this movie, what's weird is that there's just cut to blacks, but towards like the last 15 to 20 minutes, it does fades.
Yeah.
And I don't remember there being fades at the beginning of the movie.
No, it was all end of scene.
Did Windows Movie Maker fail and they had to get some other thing to do it?
I don't know.
Also, the cover. Oh my god, so misleading. The cover,
like many covers.
The cover kind of makes it look like he's the Black Terminator or something.
Well, what the cover reminds me is actually from the Marvel series. Or no, not Marvel.
I thought he looked I thought he looked like David Hasselhoff. I'm kidding.
The one girl that was green. God, which one was it?
Oh, you're thinking of.
And her father.
Are you thinking of like
trying
Groot?
To get the rings.
Are you thinking of Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy?
But the girl that was in there.
Gamora.
Yeah,
I think
her father.
Or Gamora.
Gamora, I think. Her father used to
Gamora.
get red in the face, and he was going for the rings or something or whatever, the gems, whatever.
Maybe Fiddy was a Marvel fan, I guess. But again, cover misleading. Nothing like that happens even kind of in the movie. And what's weird is that this is another.
We keep watching movies that are putting me to sleep.
This one was only 80 minutes. It felt like 3 hours.
I took a break in the middle or whatever. I don't know.
This is one of the most confusing movies for Black History Month I've seen since Black Spring Break. And okay. Spoiler alert. I'm not a rap music fan. There's a few rap songs I like. White and Nerdy, Gangster's Paradise. Anyway.
He's white and nerdy. Anyway, so
Gangster's Paradise with Coolio.
Would you recommend
No. So they play
wrap it up.
So they play a lot of rap music in it, and after a while, I just like turned down the volume, and I was starting to sing like, "Been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. Been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise."
Okay, would you recommend this movie?
No. There's a little more I want to talk about.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Beginning has
I'm gonna step away because it's putting me to sleep.
The beginning has him shooting a random person who we never see again, and then it cuts back to like few days
time.
It cuts back to a previous time, and that was also in Setup, where it shows a later scene and then it goes back and then it goes back. So, and then there's a line. I can't remember the line, even though this guy said it twice, because in an 80-minute movie, why waste time with new dialogue when you can just have the same person repeat the same line? When you can have the person repeat the same line. So, there's
like you did.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for pointing it out. There was one part where he said, like, you wouldn't be anything without me, man! And I think that was something Ryan Phillippe said in a later 50 Cent movie, Setup.
Good.
But he wasn't credited as a writer for that, so I guess they just copy and pasted that line or something. Or maybe 50 was a fan of that line.
Please.
Also, even though we saw this on Prime, so I'm assuming we saw the censored version because there was not a lot of female nudity and there was no nudity for other people. But there was one thing you commented on: girls badunk-dunks.
Well, that one girl that he was shooting, that he was going to shoot.
Yeah. After a girl scene.
Yep.
I'm assuming. I'm like, well, I can't imagine 50 Cent writing that into a movie. I can imagine most people wanting to write that into a movie.
Okay, whatever.
50 Cent, maybe get like a speech coach.
Or sing, because the songs that were in the background, you could understand the lyrics.
It's not a good sign when you're. It's not a good sign when you're not as good when you're not as good of a talker as Snoop Dogg.
Well, the thing is they did not spend a lot of money on sound. So some things were too loud when other things were all mumbled or too soft.
I wonder if this was part of the. I wonder if this is part of. I think this movie might have cost either $10 or $20 million.
Are you kidding?
Money doesn't go that far anymore, I guess.
Well, they probably rented the cars or they bought the cars, because that one car was what, a BMW Mercedes or something?
I don't even remember. They blew up a few cars.
No, the end car that he got out of.
Oh. I don't know, maybe that was his car. Who knows?
It was.
Oh, no, I mean 50 cents. Real car.
I don't.
Anyway.
I don't think he would put his real car in.
Why not? You get a tax break and you can just get it fixed, I guess. Or maybe it was a car that was gonna be scrapped anyway.
Okay.
I would not recommend you see this movie. I have to assume 50 Cent has his company Cheetah Vision has been involved in maybe better movies.
Hopefully.
Watch All Things Fall Apart. The one where he has cancer, dies, and he lost 60 or 70 pounds to make. It was like his Oscar bait movie for a direct-to-DVD film.
Okay, whatever.
Do you?
No.
Oh, wait. I have to ask you.
No, I do not want it on Blu-ray. No. Oh my God.
Well, at the very least, Black History Month can't get any worse. Join us next time when we review a Tyler Perry kind of movie.
Yeah, kinda.
Hallelujah. Bye.
Bye.